The Grand Slam defense is over after their first game of this year's Six Nations. Ireland, for the first time under Joe Schmidt, have lost a Six Nations game at their Aviva Stadium fortress, and England were full value for their comprehensive bonus point victory. You have to go back to the last days of Declan Kidney's reign for the last championship loss at Lansdowne Road, and that was also to the Red Rose, almost exactly 6 years ago. Eddie Jones had promised to unleash his big guns, and so it proved. And, with still 8 minutes ago, the travelling England support felt comfortable enough to unleash a deafening, Sweet Chariot refrain, safe in the knowledge that Henry Slade's try had sealed victory. 2019 Six Nations Championship Round 1, Aviva Stadium, Dublin. The 2nd of February 2019, Ireland vs England. England's Henry Slade scores a try despite Ireland's Gary Ringrose mandatory credit copyright INPHO. Gary Carr. In fact, it only got worse for Ireland in the 76th minute when Slade grabbed a second as a despair Johnny Sexton's attempted pass to Kieran Ringrose was intercepted by the classy centre. For Schmidt and his players, it was a major disappointment to go down here after such a brilliant 2018 that climaxed with the first ever home victory over the All Blacks in November. For sure, it wasn't the start to this World Cup year that Schmidt wanted, with England laying down a marker to the team ranked second in the world, and to the rest of the contenders who will head to Japan in September. England were ahead after 90 seconds. The visitors didn't hang around when Conor Murray cleared for the first line out of the contest. A long throw out the back was taken on at full pelt by Manu Tuilagi, and Ireland were in trouble. A skip pass by Owen Farrell created the opportunity, and Elliot Daly fed Johnny May on the tramline to go over in the corner, with Farrell adding the extras. Sexton responded with an 11th-minute penalty, the consequence of Jack Noel kicking a clearance too long for touch. 2019 Six Nations Championship Round 1, Aviva Stadium, Dublin. The 2nd of February 2019, Ireland vs England. Ireland's Johnny Sexton kicks a penalty mandatory credit copyright INPHO. Billy Stickland and the visitors were down a man for 10 minutes soon after when novice test flanker Tom Curry crashed late into Keith Earls after he had launched a kick skywards. Promising attacks came to nothing when James Ryan and Josh van der Flier knocked on, although both were under pressure as they tried to retain the pill, but then both sides were guilty of losing possession in a scrappy opening half. Just 5 minutes after the Curry incident, Earls was taken out in the air by Maro Itoye, who was fortunate not to join his colleague on the sideline. Moments later, when Sexton turned down a penalty kick at the posts for the corner, it proved the right call. A driving line-out maul almost resulted in a try, but the irrepressible Cian Healy wasn't to be denied, only his 5th in 85 tests. 2019 Six Nations Championship Round 1, Aviva Stadium, Dublin. The 2nd of February 2019, Ireland vs England. England's Owen Farrell with Ireland's Jordan Larmour mandatory credit copyright INPHO. Billy Stickland. Sexton's 27th-minute conversion pushed Ireland into a 10-7 lead. But it was short-lived as a couple of errors proved costly. Firmly under the spotlight after he was selected at fullback, Robbie Henshaw had started solidly enough but messed up an attempted left-footed clearance. It presented England with a line out on their rivals' 22, and, from that advanced position, they came away with their second try. A kick-through by Daly looked like meat and drink to Jacob Stockdale, and while usually the bounce of the ball favours him, the championship's record try scorer misjudged it on this occasion. 2019 Six Nations Championship Round 1, Aviva Stadium, Dublin. The 2nd of February 2019, Ireland vs England. England's Elliot Daly scores a try after a fumble by Jacob Stockdale of Ireland mandatory credit copyright INPHO. James Crombie having fumbled, he was tackled by May and the loose ball was a gift to Daly, who gleefully grounded for the try. Farrell's conversion on the half-hour handed England a 4-point advantage, and that was stretched to 7 on the stroke of half-time. It could have been more after Ireland skipper Rory Best miscued a throw-in on his own 5-metre line. The number 10 fired over another penalty after Mako Vudapolo was judged to have made a double movement in grounding for a try. Earls, who had suffered a battering, was replaced by Jordan Larmour from the restart. But Ireland's hopes of coming out of the blocks fast were frustrated by a hugely physical response by their opponents. Finally there was a crack in the armour when Ringrose's big 52nd minute hit on Farrell allowed Ireland to counter, and Daly knocked on Sexton's kick-through. 2019 Six Nations Championship Round 1, Aviva Stadium, Dublin. 2 February 2019 Ireland vs England. Ireland's TADHG Furlong, supported by Rory Best, is tackled by Mako Vunipola and Tom Curry of England. Mandatory credit, copyright INPHO, James Crombie. Incessant pressure earned Sexton a close-range penalty as England lost Itoye to injury, and with 25 minutes left it was a 4-point game again, though Ireland lost their limping line-out General Devon Toner soon after. On the hour mark, Sexton was penalised for hands in the ruck, but Farrell failed to take advantage from the 10 metres line. However, England kept coming and Noel timed his kick just right to release Slade for the match-clinching try. Although Farrell missed a difficult conversion, he nailed a 71st-minute penalty, and then Slade put the icing on the cake with the bonus point try off Sexton's shot to nothing, with Farrell converting. A last-minute try by John Cooney on the counter-attack was converted by Sexton, but it was too late for Ireland to get back into bonus point territory. You can like our main Facebook page here. Our Dublin Live Sports page, which brings you all your Dublin sports news, can be found here. The Dublin Live Twitter account is @DublinLive. Our Instagram account can be found here.